What are some stacks that you think are worth paying for when you're paying up early? And this could be two players that are worth stacking early, or it could be players that are worth the cost because the stacks are cheap later. Either way, what are kind of your favorite teams to stack with an early round starting point?
So I did mention the, Devontae Adams. I like that stack. Sometimes I'll grab Waller too if I'm going early tight end and then throw Carr in there. And then, like I said, I'll correlate with San Francisco, Mitchell, Jeff Wilson, one of those guys. The other stack I like on the early side is the Chargers. I've definitely done my share of Allen and Herbert and then grab like an Everett, Josh Palmer later. And then you can kind of correlate that with the Rams. You can get some Darrell Henderson or, any of those guys kind of on the later side after you get, A-Rob and Cooper Kupp, of course. So there's Higbee, of course. I know, Brandon, you hate him, but he is available for that. He is available for that correlation.
I'm sorry, I just threw up a little. I'm sorry.
But it's one of those things that, Allen, and a lot of people, you can even do Allen, Williams, and Herbert. You're paying, premium at that point, and I really haven't kind of done that yet, because I think it's weird. Allen and Williams go very close together in ADP. And,
you're paying a third round pick for them. Yeah,
like I've seen people at the turn, grab like Jonathan Taylor or McCaffrey, and then hit Allen, Williams, and then grab Herbert, later on. And listen, it's a great stack. I think that Herbert is just getting into the goodness for him. So. I would say the Chargers, and then grabbing either Devontae and or Waller, and then waiting later with those are kind of the two earlier stacks I usually go for.
Excellent. Chris, what's a stack? What are some early stacks that you think are worth paying for?
Any of the Denver stack. So give me any of the Denver guys. Like if you want to go Javonte, Russ, and then insert one of the later round wide receivers. So give me Tim Patrick, give me KJ Hamler. Those are all easily affordable at their ADP. And then the week 17 correlation for them, which is Kansas City. You can hit MVS later. You can take Juju at cost if you want to, because again, the way that I'm trying to approach it is trying to get these guys naturally, get them at ADP without having to reach. Russ, his ADP, I've tried to let him fall to where his ADP is at, and I've gotten sniped a number of times in doing so. But if you wanted to try and go about at least the right way, at least the optimal way, I think that would be the best. So love the Denver stacks. The Rams stacks are all like fairly affordable, like minus unless you have an early round pick
Sure.
or early draft slot to get Cooper Kupp. But all the rest of the guys, I mean, Stafford fairly affordable. Darrell Henderson, if you're still on that train, like also going like way late unless you love Cam Akers.
So is Kupp worth paying up for if you've got the second, third, fourth pick and he's sitting
I think
there
so.
Worth
Yeah.
paying? Okay.
Yeah, I would say take him at cost too, like, fourth overall, like third, fourth overall. Absolutely. Because again, you can naturally get like Matthew Stafford with a much later round pick. We won't mention the tight end that plays for the Rams, but also has an affordable ADP as well. So just again, that's the theme. That's the way I want to go about it. Baltimore also too. I mean, Lamar, like for what we think his ceiling could be, being drafted as the QB5 at this point, when we know he has like top 2-3 upside. And then the Pittsburgh week 17 correlation, get Freiermuth in like the 11th, 12th round, Claypool in the 9th, 10th round, Deontay Johnson, if you want to take him at cost, not a bad option as well. So it's like all three of those teams have all their players at ADP very affordable and easily stackable with the week 17 correlation too.
Yeah, that week 17 correlation. So we've been talking for weeks now about underrated games that week, games that might be worth looking at that probably no one's looking at. When I'm diversifying lineups, Colts Giants in week 17. And I know this sounds terrible, but like new offenses and new quarterback situation with the Colts, like I feel like that game could produce some fantasy points.
Sure.
So I have a couple mega Colt stacks, which 3.1's a little early.
They're so
to take
easy
Michael
to
Pittman.
do, though. They're so easy.
Right. So I'll do a lot of like Jonathan Taylor and then like Tyreek Hill and then Michael Pittman. Like I'll do if I'm picking first or second and Taylor's there. And then you could get I always get Matt Ryan, Naheem Hines, and Mo Alley Cox. I end up with a mega Colt stack because those last three are so cheap.
Sure.
And then I'm happily paying for Chargers. I just Eckler in the first, and then one of those receivers, and then Herbert in the fourth, and Everett late. I love it.
That game is one of my highest stacked games at this point.
Me too.